Look out, MSNBC, or I mean MS Now. Take care, CNN, because it turns out Fox News is crushing you, winning against you in a way that we didn't even think was possible. Like, historically, how can this be? Folks, you won't believe the ratings, you won't believe the statistics, and it could signal a shift, a change. Well, moving away from half of cable news. It's a beautiful day, folks, and it's a wonderful day to have you here with us as we continue to give you the news you need to know, keeping you ahead of the culture curve and explaining entertainment with a vigor the Hollyweirds can only imagine. As we dive in, click the like button, drop a comment down below, and if you see the hype button, well, it's always a ripe time to hit the hype time. Ladies and gentlemen, Fox News doing something we didn't even believe possible. We'll show it to you right now. They're crushing it over at Fox News in a way that we did not know was even possible. TV Insider has this by Martin Holmes. Fox News scores record ratings. See how CNN and MS Now compare. Oh, is that MSNBC? Yes. Oh, you know what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you these record-breaking stats from Fox News, and I'm not here to be a trumpeter for Fox News. Listen, they've done something unimaginable. I'll explain. Fox News is ending the year on a high note, scoring its best ratings ever in a non-election year, while giving primetime broadcast networks a run for their money. That's right, a little cable channel is taking on the broadcasters. According to Nielsen Media Research, released on Monday, December 15th, Fox News averaged 2.72 million primetime viewers and 287,000 viewers in the key adults demo in 2025. Here's where this is just nuts, okay? And you got to know this. Otherwise, you don't understand what's going on culturally. Something is happening here, something that's not being reported upon. This was up 14% in total viewers and 18% in the demo, that's young people, compared to 2024. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a tick, Ron. Ron, last year should have been unbeatable for Fox News viewership. Trump had just come back into the office. There were stories every day about what was he going to do. They were covering him and Biden meeting at the White House. Can't believe it. Biden was trying to jail him forever. This was, what is going to happen now with Trump and with the transition of power? Oh my gosh, all the cases have to be dropped. Kamala, will she be there at the inauguration? Ron, somehow Fox News improved this December versus last December. That should be impossible. Should be impossible. Ron, what is going on here? Is there something we're missing in the culture where somehow, and we'll get to CNN and MSNBC in just a minute. Ron, what's going on that we aren't reporting every single day about Fox News? What's happening here?
They're covering Candace and Erica?
No, they're actually not very much.
Wow. Honestly, I haven't been keeping up with what is going on in the Fox News channel, other than I know that Gutfeld just kills it every single night that he's on, and
that's right,
blows everybody else away in the ratings.
Ron, no, you're onto it. You beat me to it, Ron. Fox News is up in the ratings. This is unbelievable. Fox News is up in the ratings compared to a year that they should not be able to beat, because they've become the kings of late night. This is crazy that Gutfeld is defeating Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert night after night after night. The lamestream, mainstream, going extinct dinosaur media refuses to report it. And Fox News is breaking records again versus an election year when all their viewers were just sitting in the midst of euphoria. Lauren, this is amazing to me that the networks have forfeited essentially late night and handed it over to a cable news network, and they're winning on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand the motivations of the other networks. I think that a lot of it is that they are ideologically captured and they're hoping that they could just wait out the current administration. But I don't think that they can keep things at this level forever. I think Barry Weiss coming into CBS will hopefully lead to a bit of moderation, and maybe some of the other studios will follow suit. It'll be interesting to see what their ratings do once some of those changes start taking place. I'm curious to see what happens there.
Absolutely. Let's go back now and take a look at MSNBC and CNN, because it's not the same thing at all. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. In comparison, this is our paragraph right here. In comparison, MS Now, formerly MSNBC, we don't have to read the numbers. Just take a look at this. They're down 25% versus last year, which is kind of what you would expect, right? Gentlemen, MSNBC, after the rebrand, I told you this was horrifically bad, right? This rebrand that they spent millions and millions and millions of dollars on, they can't survive. They're down almost 40%. They're down 39% in the demo. They've lost almost half their audience in 1 year, even after a rebrand. And these are the people who buy the stuff that are on the ads. That can't be. And CNN is down 15% and 29% in the demo. This should not be. This should be impossible. And the reason it should be impossible is because what do we know happens when a network that has a particular political slant is out of the political power? We've seen this before. We know what happens. The viewers tune in because they believe they're in a fight for their political life. They want to know, how are we going to take down the orange Godzilla? And yet nobody's there. Nobody's there anymore. Live coverage from the White House right here on the Pro Channel, according to MSNBC and CNN. Guys, they have tanked. Their audiences don't trust them anymore. And you can say that there's this new movement that's strong and vicious, and the midterms are going to be lost by the orange man and all that. Not going to weigh in there. I'm just going to tell you that if that's true, it's not coming from the normal viewership of CNN and MSNBC. It's something completely different. Jonas, your thoughts on this? Your thoughts on watching Fox News actually improve a year later, as we're told enthusiasm is declining toward the base for President Trump?
You know, it's an interesting thing. I'm following the statistics from Rasmussen, and Trump's approval is in the negative numbers right now, which that's low. It's not good. It's different than it was the first time around. The media effect on him is not the same. It actually seems to be a lot of people that were a lot of people that were excited about certain aspects of his campaign getting frustrated that he's not following through on some of it. Like Doge, the search terms for Doge were at their highest. The trending on Google trends for Doge was at its highest when Trump was at his highest approval numbers. There's a correlation.
Is that why we saw the pivot last night with the Oval Office address, sort of, Jonas, you think?
If he's got any sense, yes. The other thing is Trump's approval numbers are very low, but the dissolution of Venezuelan teeny tiny boats that may be carrying snow from the South Pole to the North America. If I'm being
wait a minute here, snow that's not cold, is that right?
Yes, yeah, it's cocaine. Anyways, those boats.
Did you seriously throw out the word in Spanish, which is just an accent switch? Jonas, yeah. Step up your game. Go ahead.
Maybe that'll throw off the the overlords there for a second. But anyways, those boats expanding at a rapid rate, flammably, is more popular than anything in the United States as far as polling goes. That is the highest approval for a policy, even while the man whose administration it is under is in negative approval numbers. So there's a case being made out there that there are people in the United States that are actually disappointed that Trump is not as much of a dictator as they voted for.
Yeah, I think there's a definitive red arrow right now that says something is going on amongst CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and I don't know if it's just that we're maybe the young people who are sort of in this Mamdani crowd now, the AOC crowd. Maybe they're not tuning in to these networks. Maybe that era is over. But something is happening where Fox News remains extremely relevant, and yet the rest is falling apart. So, Tom, guys, any other thoughts on this one before we move on to the next one? What are your thoughts on Fox News actually increasing, actually breaking their own record from last year? Seems like it should be impossible.
I don't really have much to add other than I don't really watch it, but from what I've gathered, and I could be wrong, they seem to be a little bit more middle ground now, it sounds like, because they've even ticked Trump off a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's part of it, is that they're one of the few news sources out there that's pushing themselves more to the center, which a lot of these news organizations should be. That's the whole point initially of news, is that it's supposed to be bipartisan. But, these news channels are under a totally different regulation than the networks, but that doesn't seem to bother the networks either. So, when it comes to the news departments, I've had a hard time keeping up with everything that's going on, but I do know that MSNBC dropped the MS part of it or something like that, wasn't it recently?
Yeah, they became MS Now. Which,
the NBC part they dropped. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, right. So they distanced themselves from the Microsoft, and now they're distancing themselves from the NBC.
I am curious to see if there's going to be any impact of Bongino leaving the FBI. The rumor is that he wants to go back to his podcast, but it wouldn't surprise me if they brought him on as a guest commentator or contributor, and it'd be interesting to see what happens there.
Oh, that's a great point. It's something that Gutfeld actually alluded to on, I believe, the 5 yesterday, which just happened to be on the TV as I was getting ready for the Oval Office address and how we were going to handle that with the Pro Show. But yeah, Gutfeld was actually laughing about, well, maybe Bongino's coming over here. And so that was fun. All right, folks, we're going to pay attention to this because something is happening on cable news. I don't know that CNN and MSNBC, as they're currently constituted, are going to last much longer. We've called this. We've said this. It really is untenable. There's not a financial reason for them to exist the way they do. So format changes, I think, are coming. But Fox News, at a time when you would think there's no way they could beat last year, it's happening. It's what's going on. And maybe Fox News is nowhere close to done. Maybe we might even say Fox News is saving cable TV. Often as we get ready to wrap these up, folks, you'll hear us say, keep learning, keep growing, keep having fun. And the reason we do it is because we appreciate you. It's true, we do. And we want you to have a good time. Thank you for giving us the great time of spending time with you. Folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it and stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell, and drop a comment down below because you matter. Your thoughts matter. Who cares what the legacy corporate deadbeat media tells you? You really are important. And we're a testament to that. We wouldn't be here without folks just like you. And since we've said it, we'll say it once more. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.